All right, welcome back to LearnWire. So today we're going to be looking at SEO Rocket. This launched a couple days ago on AppSumo. I'm excited to jump in and take a look at this. This tool, to be completely honest with you, is a lot like Ringalytics. It does have, and I just did that review like a week or two ago. Basically, it's an SEO powerhouse. You have keyword research and you have some SEO features. I think this hooks up to your Google Search Console. It does rank tracking for you. It also does AI writing for you. So now we're seeing a lot of these all-in-one tools. And I don't know what the move in the market for that is. The having just AI writers, maybe that's not good enough anymore. And maybe these tools are seeing that people want a one-stop shop. And that's why they're adding in all these different features. So now I've already spent a little bit of time inside of the tool. I've already tried to hook up my Google Search Console and ran a couple reports and done a couple things in the back end. So hopefully during the review and kind of this unboxing, we'll be able to see some of those features. What I really want to do is just focus on the keyword research and then also the AI writing. And then we'll go and try to put this tool through some of the tests. I'll also kind of look at some of the different things going on with the tool and see if I can find any flaws or anything like that. Okay. So before we jump into the tool real quick, I'm just going to skip right down to the plans and features. And it's saying that we get the content planner, AI humanizer, AI detector and detection, keyword tracker, keyword research, website audit, brand voice right here. I've got something to talk about on that. So make sure you stay tuned for the entire video because there's already something about the brand voice that I want to make sure to hit on and touch base with you before you make a decision to purchase. And then the plagiarism checker. All right. At any time, if you do want to go and check this tool out, AppSumo gives a 60-day money back guaranteed return. There is a link below. You can go click on that link and you can go pick the license tier 1. Let's look at the pricing. License tier 1 is $49 and basically you get 20 credits per month. Now you can go ahead and read through all those. I'm not going to go ahead and do that in this video, but you get 20 credits. You can write from a manual standpoint, or you can do a one-click, AI writing type article. Those articles cost more credits. And then you get unlimited AI Copilot in the editor. Not really sure what that means. Maybe we'll find that out when we go in and dive in. License tier 2 is $139. So it's not just a double jump. It's actually, you're tripling the credits. You're going from 20 credits to 60 credits. And you're tripling the cost, right? So this is something that we don't normally see. We usually see a double, we double the price, double the credits. In this case, they're jumping right into license tier 2 at $140 and there's no in between. That's a little interesting. I'm just going to say that's interesting and I don't see that very often. You get 60 credits. And then license tier 3, 120 credits. So from this point, they do a double and $240 and they only go up about $110. So the pricing's a little weird. I will just say that looking at it really doesn't seem like it follows like a concrete structure, if that makes sense, right? Like we're not just doubling credits each time we do a thing, a license tier upgrade. License tier 4, you go up to $349 for 200 credits per month. And then license tier 5 is $599 all in on this one. You get 450 credits per month. You get 1,250 keywords tracked. So pay attention to the tracked keywords. I think that the license tier 2 is probably going to be your best bet because it's going to unlock 150 keywords. And generally speaking, that's pretty dang good. And looking at 5 connected domains, I think that's with this Google Search Console and so forth. Okay. It does have one bad review on it, but it's you'll have to go and read the review. Just go log in or go to the site and go read the review. I don't think it definitely doesn't. There's nothing included in the review about the actual software. And that's what I'm here for, to actually grade the software and not where the company comes from, how much traffic they had to their website and all this. That's kind of what the gist of that review was. So it's not really a credible review. It's just somebody's opinion. We're here to grade the actual software. So let's jump in. I did want to go over to the main website right here. This is what I see when I go to SEORocket.ai. I am going to go push refresh and see if that has been updated, if they fixed this. So they did fix it, but I just wanted to show you that before I push the refresh that there was somewhat of an issue. I'm in the Arc browser. Sometimes every once in a while, a website will get blocked and it won't on Chrome. I actually did go to Chrome and checked the Chrome site and it was also not working. So there was a certificate issue with Cloudflare, but it looks like they got that fixed right here. Here's the website right over here. I did check the traffic. It gets about 10,000 visitors per month. So they are already doing marketing is what it looks like. They're already an established company. Here's the roadmap right here. Just want to show you that they do have a feedback section. They do have a roadmap right over here. Here's what's planned: API access, competitor backlink analysis, AI-driven content ideas, and templates, the complete, they've got keyword research, blog automation. I mean, look at all the things that they have done right over here. That's cool. And then they have what's in progress, local SEO enhancements. So something to do with local SEO. That's really great. Enhanced user tutorials. It looks like they are already adding in videos inside the membership as well. So when you log in, this is what it looks like. You can see I've already done a couple things. I've audited a domain and so forth. This is your onboarding checklist right here. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 videos I like. They're only a minute and a half long. So go watch all those and you'll feel like you are ready to start using the tool. So I recommend checking those out. They're very fast tutorials, very easy to understand. We're going to spend most of our time in keyword research and content editor, but I do want to go and see if any of those reports are done. They do have a humanizer tool right over here. Essentially, you'll paste content in here up to 1,000 words. Most articles are over 1,000 words. So this isn't really going to be that helpful. Also, I've used this with other tools. I believe Agility Writer or SEOwriting.ai. They have a humanizer tool that I wasn't really impressed with. I've used it as well. And if a tool like that is not, some of on my top 3 list, basically, their humanizer tool doesn't really change your content that much. I'm not really going to be overly optimistic that this is going to be an amazing tool anyways. So I'm not even going to test that out. It's not really a big deal to me. Of course, I've got so many articles ranking that are 100% AI written anyways, that it really doesn't matter. You're trying to humanize content, AI content, right? So you're using AI to humanize content. It makes no sense, right? You're not writing the content as a human. So it still ends up being AI content anyways. So I really don't understand what the point of this is anyways. You do have an automation setting over here. You can connect with WordPress, Shopify, Webflow, Wix, and Ghost. So they've got all the big hitters right over there. That's great. New blog automation. So you have to have a site connected before you can do the blog automation. It's going to give me a warning right over here. You have to connect your site first. But if we go to blog settings and then we go to new setting right over here, if I actually come in here and I wanted to do something with my knowledge right over here and brand, if I wanted to turn on a brand voice, look at this click right here. It says, please upgrade to the growth AI plan to unlock the brand voice. So they're telling me I have to upgrade, but then when we go back over to the sales page over here, and this is already me finding something about the tool, they said that we get brand voice, right? They said that all these plans get brand voice. But that's not what this is telling us. It's telling us we have to upgrade to get brand voice. So that's a little fishy right there. So I just wanted to make sure that I showed you that and notated that right off the bat. But it does look like there's another tool out there that looks very much like this, that you can go in here and do all this customization for your articles that are going to be written for you. Starting an auto blog like this is not really my cup of tea today. I think that you should create each article, check it out and everything, grade it, and then publish it. That's just my opinion, or even have a VA do all that for you. But essentially just pushing a button and then auto blogging, I just don't think it's going to get you anywhere. By the time your site actually gets some traffic, it might work in the short run. But then the way I understand it, once your site starts getting real traffic, someone's going to come and check it out. Someone from Google is going to come check it out. They're going to see, oh, this is just an auto blog, boom, and they're gonna slap you basically, right? So here we go, right over there. Let's go into the content audit over here. So it does look like it has ran. So I did add my site, boom. We're gonna click on this and we'll just see what it says right over here. So it's gonna bring in all of our pages right here. We can go and we can push optimize. It's gonna tell us position, where we are at, how much traffic, impressions, click-through rates, all this. And this is all stuff coming from up my Google Search Console. So you won't be able to see all this unless you hook up the Google Search Console. Right now it's just grading pages right over here. We could go to the optimize and it's basically going to probably pull in our content. So let's go to ZebraCat and push the optimize button just so we can see what it does for us. It's going to optimize. And I'm not really seeing what's going on. We'll have to go and see if it's okay. So there we go. So we just kind of sat here for a second, and then now it seems like it's going to another page where it's trying to load for us. Okay, so while that is loading, hopefully we'll find that report somewhere, but under the reports section, we added our site over here. You can schedule scanning. It says do not schedule. I thought I did select every week right here, but it's, when I logged back in and came over to reports, it doesn't show every week. It just went back to the default do not schedule. So I'm not really sure what that's going to do for us. Earlier, we had a higher average position. Obviously, my average position is not 100. It's going to bring in some of our content that has ranked so far. So some keywords and what the traffic volume is, and then what our current ranking is, and then the search intent. The RD is the ranking difficulty score for the keywords right there as well. So it does do a report for us on that site. You can go over here to my tracked keywords. I added a keyword in here just so you guys can see what it looks like. I do think it does take 24 hours for it to run because I already know that I have a top 10 ranking for Ringalytics review on the website, and it's saying 100 plus after I added it, but I don't think that it scans. So it probably is going to take 24 hours for it to actually scan. Here's your search console and where you'll actually go and add your site to be able to be selected from up here, right here. So that's pretty cool that they've added in all these SEO kind of features and an easier way to look at the content. One more thing I wanted to come in here. Okay, so we came back in here, we pushed the optimize button, nothing really happened. I'm gonna go ahead and push the continue button now and just see what it does for us. Okay, so it's been like 5 minutes. It's just kind of sitting here in this spinning wheel thing. So this feature really is kind of not working. I'm gonna notate this as well. I'm gonna push the back button. We're gonna get out of this real quick. And while we're in the report section, I wanted to go over to or content audit, click in here and then go to best opportunities. So nothing really came of this optimize feature and the continue feature. It's just a spinning wheel, didn't really work. Best opportunities. Okay, this is just a way to sort this. It didn't pull in enough data for that to really do anything for us. So let's now spend the rest of the time of the review going over keyword research and content editor. So we have our related keywords, cluster research, and topic map. So let's go with the keyword right here, recent, bookmarks, explore new keywords. So we're going to, let's see, explore related keywords, click that. I'm gonna go over here, I'm just gonna say marketing. Let's go with a real big kind of broad topic and see what it can do and how it handles this keyword, this seed keyword. It does say, please allow up to 5 minutes for this results to be ready. So we'll be back. Okay, so it actually took about 60 seconds, so that's pretty cool. How many keywords did it bring in? All keywords, 130, total volume, 559,000, average KD is 30. It does have a filter up here where we can go and just look at easy, very easy, and so forth. We can look at search volume. So at least they do have a filter out of the box, considering, if you call yourself a keyword research tool, you definitely need to at least have a basic filter system on there. Looks like you can sort like this by kind of like by columns and so forth. And then you can actually add intent in here as well. We'll go ahead and add that in right there. So there's your search intent. And it doesn't look like it's really doing much for us other than saying main intent. So that doesn't really do anything. It's not telling us if it's a commercial, if it's informational, location based, anything like that. One observation right off the bat for a keyword like marketing, it should definitely have more than 130 keywords. So this is not going to be a replacement for Ahrefs, SEMrush, SE ranking, some of your bigger, heavy hitting tools that are going to return hundreds of thousands of keywords. We'll go and do a test in, if I take marketing, for example, and I do have SE ranking up right away because I just want to, just test this out. We'll go into keyword research real quick. And you can see right over here, so under keyword ideas, they have 1.155 million keywords in here. They have 8,600 related keywords, and they have 36,000 questions that have to do with marketing. So this is what you call a heavy hitting keyword tool. This one is going to be just like a starter keyword tool. It's only returning 100 suggestions for us right over here. Now we could go and sort by the KD score right over here. That's kind of not really doing what I'd like. Okay, so there we go. Also, we would go over here and just go into difficulty level right over here. And it looks like you could probably only select one at a time. So really what we're going to do is just going to go to a 29 right here and then push apply. And I'm not really see. Okay, so 56 of these are saying that they are going to be KD difficulty easy. So I just want to go through the pages right here. A lot of these are not even registering at all. And a lot of these are different languages and stuff. So I really just don't know where they're getting, if you're only going to suggest 100 keywords, 130 keywords, I don't know why American Marketing Association, Espanol, I don't know why they're, putting in some of these just not relevant keywords for our market. So there's the keyword research tool. Not totally impressed with the keyword research tool right there, but let's go and take a look and see what the other tools have to offer. We have a topical map. I think this is where you would want to go first. So explore keywords. We'll go with a topical map. This is where you would want to start on your website. I'm going to go ahead and just say marketing. again, because this is the parent topic, right? I want to see what kind of clusters or what kind of topic map it can create for us that we can build a website around marketing. Yes, it would be great if it would maybe be cool if I was more specific about like email marketing or something like that. But again, we have to be relative to this. If for the broadest of keywords, it only returned 130 keywords. If I dive into that subject even further, I'm not really expecting that it's going to be able to handle that sub niche very well. Okay, perfect. So that section or tool definitely took longer. I think that took between 5 and 10 minutes to pull the report, but it does look a lot more interesting. So we'll go ahead and take a look at what it was able to do for us. So it looks like connect Google Search Console. I already have my Search Console connected, so I'm not really sure why it's asking that. We have a search volume of 33 million, and that's a little bit more of what I would be expecting. When I come over here and we look at just the volume that you would expect, a million right there, 33 million from all of these keywords right over here. So you can look at all topics. There's 50 topics, and it's estimated that there's 500 articles that we could write. Now you can look at it from this way. I'm not really sure if average KD, all right, so you have your different average KDs for each one of these. I think is kind of like a cluster in a sense. We have our article ideas right over here. We can go and send to writer, write ourselves, or generate AI article. The topics visualization, I think, is the coolest way to look at this because we can zoom in and we can zoom out and we can actually start looking at kind of a topical map, right? So here's the website, and then these would be your main topics right over here: digital PR, influencer marketing. And so if we wanted to go in to, it's telling you what your pillar articles would be, and then these would be supporting articles right here. And then you could link all these supporting articles back to your pillar article, which in turn is going to link back to, I'm not sure if these are category pages. I believe that this would be these would be categories on your website. So if I'm not mistaken, so you would go influencer marketing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. It's a lot. So I'm going to come over here. It just keeps going. So I'm not really sure. Like, obviously, we're not going to do graphic design, even though that might have something to do with marketing and so forth, but it just keeps going. So maybe that's the 50 topics. Influencer marketing, digital PR. It's saying that there's 50 topics. Okay, so there's these right here are the topics that you could cover on the website, which technically I would say would be like your categories of your website. You're not going to start off with 50, obviously. You're going to probably take this information. What I would do is I would take all this information and then go put it into ChatGPT or Claude and say something like, hey, I want to build my website a little bit more catered towards, and I would probably sub niche down, and I want to talk more about these types of things about marketing. Can you select the 5 or 10 most relevant out of these 50 categories, and then AI will help you decide between which categories to choose. And then once you find those categories, you can see the map right here, which is super, super cool. You have all these articles right over here. You can actually click on it and it's going to give you all of the different topics inside of that topic, or you could include all these in one article. So this is so far my favorite part about the software is the topical map, the representation, the visual representation of the way that you can map out a site. This right here is what people struggle with, probably one of the most when it comes to building websites, is just coming over here and actually knowing what to start and how to build your website. So this tool right here might be worth at least getting tier 1 so you can actually use this as a topical map tool. So far, very impressed with the topical map keyword research function right there. Last thing, keyword clustering. This would be something that you also would maybe want to find the keyword clusters to put into your categories. So I'm going to go over here and go explore new keywords and go to cluster. Let's try more specific email marketing, and let's just see what it can do for us with clusters for email marketing. Maybe this is the example of where I should have stuck with the broad topic of marketing, but we know it would probably hit all those different types of marketing, and then it would create clusters inside of those. I just want to see what it does if we put something a little bit more specific in here and see how it performs. We'll be back in just a minute. All right, so we're back. That didn't take too long, took a few minutes. You can see here are the clusters right over here. There is a spreadsheet view. Let's go take a look at that real quick. So it's pretty cool. You come over here and you can see what cluster it's part of. Can we download this? I just want to kind of scroll down here. Not really seeing a download feature. And each time we do, one thing I am noticing down here is I have 16 credits left. I have not asked the writer to write anything for us. So I'm very kind of curious to why my credits as I'm using the tool are dwindling down, right? I have not written an article yet, but my articles are dwindling down. I am going to talk about that in just a minute. So I also am not seeing a way to download this nice view that they have, which we should be able to download that. I'm going to go back to the clusters view. Well, right over here on this view as well, you can track the keyword. You can go and write. Now, I think that when you click this button right over here and you see the menu, I think that there's a bug in the software where it's automatically writing maybe it's automatically writing for us. I'm not sure, but we'll deal with that in just a minute. So here's the clusters view right over here. You get your keyword difficulty level and your search volume is right here. You have email list, you have email marketing, and then you also have the intent, navigational, informational right over here. Seeing if there's any commercial intent keywords. We can load more clusters by going for that. Email marketing channel, email campaigns, marketing emails. This one's kind of strange right over here. We'll keep going. Subject line in emails. What is a subject line? What is the best subject line? So maybe we'll click on this one. Obviously, it has to do with email marketing. It's going to open this chart right over here. We have our search competitors right over here. That's great. You have this one. We can save. I'll just go ahead and push the save button there. We can zoom through these and click the button, the arrows right here. I like that. So we can stay in the same view and look at different keyword difficulty level as well. Campaign performance, audience management. So the way I'm looking at this is a subject line. We probably would want to write one article. This is where there's always a gray area or there's subjectivity to SEO. Should each one of these be treated as one article inside this cluster? And basically this cluster is maybe a category on your website, or it's just like a pillar content you create that's part of another category. And then all of these are supporting articles. Subject line email, subject lines. The way that I'm looking at this, subject line generator, obviously that one's going to be, you're going to have to actually sift through this, maybe take out a couple of them that should be articles on their own. But generally speaking, it looks like a lot of these you would just want to put into one article. So that is up to the user and how you want to do things. It also is selecting, looks like it selects 10 and it doesn't select the others. I'm not really sure what they've got going on over here, why it only maxes out at 10 keywords, but I believe that if you click the right button, it's going to take these keywords in and it's going to try to write an article. We will do one, and actually we need to go ahead and just do that right now. So let's go ahead and do that. If I want to, let's say I'm going to unselect the subject line generator and the subject line examples. I'm going to select those, unselect those. What is a subject line? We'll go ahead and put that in there. What is the best subject line for an email? Let's go ahead and add like that. And then what we'll do is we'll go over here, go to the right section, we'll click that, and we'll go ahead and generate an AI article with this. So writing and process your blog article will be ready in about 10 minutes. So if you click that generate with AI, it's literally going to take all this information right here and it's just going to go and write you an AI article. So we'll see how well that one goes. We didn't have any kind of customization or any kind of prompting or questions to select or anything, no options or nothing. It's just going to go and write us an article. So I'm interested to see the quality of that article. Now let's go, and we saved that one, but let's go and find another one inside this cluster. We can go into the difficulty and we can select this down to just clusters that have easier difficulty levels right here. But while we do that, we may as well go back over to the keyword research functionality, go to topic map, and let's see if we can write one from the topical map right over here. This is what I'm talking about, this intermittent fasting. When I logged into this, yeah, look, this is saying Friday, September 20th. I've never logged into an SEO Rocket account. This is just sitting here. This intermittent fasting is literally just sitting in my account. And I have 15 credits left. That one credit is for that article that we just wrote, I believe. But this intermittent fasting, I mean, I just signed up today on October 2nd. I don't know why this one's in here, and it's like it took a credit away from me. Super strange right there. Let's go back into the marketing, and let's just go into marketing strategy. We'll click on that. And then we have our pillar page right here. And then you have all your supporting pages right over here. So let's go and write our key concepts in marketing right here. We're going to write that, but instead of generating the article, let's go and write this ourselves and see what that functionality brings us. So check status on content editor page. So it's going to create a content editor page for us. This is where all of your articles are going to show up when they're done. The subject line from the clusters section is being written right now, I believe. I don't see, like a status or anything like that, but right over here, looks like it is going to be creating this one for us. We'll be back in a minute. Okay, you know how we had that status alert when we clicked on the subject line from the clusters section and it said that the article would be written in 10 minutes. I don't think it's actually writing our article. When I said that there was no settings and things going on, we actually need to come in here and either customize our article or we need to go and select this, right? So article type curated, there's how to, listicle, a feature, a comparison, an FAQ. I'm going to leave it as curated, and we've got neutral, informal, friendly. I'm going to go with an informal tone right here. We have a general audience you could put in here. I'm going to put in marketing professionals right there as our target audience. And this is where it's going to select, it's going to tell you what the authority is, the amount of words on the page. So it's going to siphon out some of the, kind of outliers, or if they're just ranking because of their authority and they don't really have any content on the page. So it's going to already do that for us, which is great. And then right here, we're going to go ahead and just put create outline. This is all the settings that we actually have. Now we go ahead and create the outline right here. And now we're down to 11 credits, right? So as we really start going into this, my credits are just being eaten up like crazy, and I haven't even really written an article yet. So that's something to note as well. So now it's actually writing that article for us. We'll go back over here to what is digital marketing. All right, so now it tells us to review our outline. So I'll go ahead and click on that as well. The intuitiveness and the steps in order to get to where you want to go, I definitely don't really like that as well. Mastering email subject lines, proven tips to boost your open rates. To create a highly engaging and informative blog post that stands out, it's crucial to delve deeper into each element of your outline, what is this? Customize your outline. I'm not really sure what this is. Let's write. So it's telling us what we should do. It's giving us advice on what we should do. I'm going to go ahead and just put, is this right? We can type in here. Is this the actual outline? Mastering email subject lines. So this is what they've come up with. It's kind of like it's a mix of them telling us how they're doing the outline and then actually having our hooks. So hopefully their algorithm will take this and know what to do with it. So let's go ahead and just put let's write and watch our credits are going to start probably moving down even more as we push that write button. We're at 11 credits right now. Let's see what ends up happening after the write. All right, let's go and find a competitor that wrote a good article on this subject for fun. We'll go down here, 184 best email subject lines. No, 22 tips to write a catchy email. So we'll go over here to HubSpot and we're just going to make sure it's an actual article. Yes, it is. So what I'm going to do is come up here to the URL and copy that URL, go back into the tool, and there's a section over here under the content editor. This is where you write your articles, competitor's article. You're actually going to paste that article in and then create for 1 credit. It should be taking that piece of content and completely writing a brand new article. And if any of you are into ZimWriter, they created, it was about 6 months ago or so, they created the Penny Arcade. I believe that's what it was, where you can basically take other content, other URLs, and put them into ZimWriter, and then it would just completely rewrite. It would just basically take that as like this is like research in a way and structure, but then it would make a better article than what they wrote. So that's kind of the concept behind this. We'll see what this tool can end up doing. Now, when it's flashing, that means it's still working on stuff. So it looks like this one might be ready. We'll go take a look at that. The AI editor looks like we do need to click on this to go and get this set up, I believe. Start writing. So it must have the information in here. It's not writing the article for us, but it did give us all of the information from like a neuron writer, phrase, surfer SEO type standpoint. We have our on-page SEO and we have our NLP keywords brought in from that page. So this is kind of, if you want to make a page better, then you would go and use this. So we could generate our meta title, generate our description. We could, let's see, and then we would go and start writing with the Copilot. And I'm not sure, I believe the Copilot, we'll come back over here, unlimited Copilot editor. So you can actually go in here and use the Copilot. So here's our title. We'll copy this and we'll put this in as maybe as our title. And then I'll come up here and make this a H1, and then we'll come down and we'll push return. So maximizing opportunity, crafting effective email subject lines for increased engagement. But the deal is that we don't have an outline, and I'm not showing over here. Maybe I go like this, / we can add an image. I'm not seeing an outline so I'm just going to say write an outline based on the title above. This reminds me, that's a / that's not really working. So that doesn't work like that. You have to be, I'm just going to say AI writer. So I did that wrong. So write an outline based on the title above. And then we're going to say generate text. Let's see if it can do this for us. This is kind of like Word Hero where we're at. This is, we're back into kind of 2-3 years ago AI, if you're going to use a tool like this. Now it did create an outline for us, introduction, boom. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and accept this. And then what we would do is maybe we can highlight this and we can click the AI tool and we can say, this is definitely not really the way that I would want to kind of write. Considering the tools that are on the market right now, it needs to do this for us automatically, in my opinion. We could go and just say make longer. So it did create an outline for us, which is good, and then this is how you would actually write, but now it's writing it in an H2. So we would need to fix that. So now you're into, if you want to spend a lot of time on your articles, this is the way you would do this. And then you would see maybe it's going to highlight your NLP keyword. If it was used, it's continuing to write, which is just crazy. I can't see myself actually using this tool right here in the way that it currently is. Let's say paragraph right there. It doesn't break it up. It's just one giant paragraph. So I probably wouldn't use this. There's the readability right there. But I just wanted to show you all the features of the tool. Let's go back into the AI article and see what it created for us. I definitely wouldn't use this in any other way other than using the AI article writer, in my opinion. Change image. It didn't bring an image in for us right there. We do have 2,121 words, 28 headings, paragraph 76, one image. We have a 54 readability score at 10th to 12th grade score. I did do a table of contents for us, and I'm just going to read through this a little bit. It does add in some statistics right there. It's not terrible content. I wouldn't say it's the best, but if any of these tools are using Claude Sonnet 3.5 or they're using the latest versions of ChatGPT, even if you're using ChatGPT Mini or 4.0, it's writing very good right now at this point, even the free version. So the content quality is starting to, we have to start grading it in different ways. These are pretty big paragraphs, one right after the next. I look for things like that. We are getting into some bulleted points right over here. I am going to go ahead and just copy this. I want to go into the Hemingway and just see what Hemingway says about this. It does have a grade 7, so they're being a little bit harsher on themselves with the 10th to 12th grade. I always take the Hemingway score, so 7th grade, really good. It only brought in, honestly, like NLP keywords. It literally only grabbed like one keyword for NLP, so not that impressive on making the SEO score. And I don't see an easy way to use as a sentence. So if I came in here and just pushed return, and then I said generate a sentence right here, it's going to say subject line meaning. It's going to create a sentence for us right here, hopefully. Okay, so we're going to put our cursor right over here and we're going to say insert. So that part's pretty cool. And then that highlighted right there. So I do like that functionality right there. If you really wanted to utilize this, if we wanted to come in here and maybe add another heading. So if I want like this, pushed return, and then I said, I want to use this as a heading, and we want to, I want to go into subject lines for emails right here. And I want to go to headings and then say generate heading right here. And then I want to say insert crafting captivating subject lines for emails. Now we have this in a heading format. So you can actually come down here and start they do make it a very creative, easy way to insert these NLP keywords. But in order to get all these green, you really would need to spend a lot of time inside of the editor right over here. As you can see, the SEO score is going to start improving right there. So all in all, this was SEO Rocket. It does show a lot of promise. I appreciate the amount of tools that they're bringing to the table at launch. It just seemed to be some bugginess to the tool. Before I do that, let's go into this one. So here's the deal, guys. I mean, we actually told it to write an article for us, I believe. Or was this the one where we did not? Yeah, this one also, maybe it did not write the article for us. AI editor. So, okay, so the only one was AI article. This is where it's going to distinctly tell us this is the one that I selected for us to do on our own. I don't really like the doing it on your own in this tool because the AI writer is going to be very cumbersome to use to get to that 1,000 to 2,000 word mark. It reminds me a lot of the AI tools from a couple years ago. So I wouldn't recommend that. I would use the AI article, but I would recommend spending a lot of time in there. There wasn't any way to make it on your brand voice. And I didn't see even in here on the AI article for the one-offs, right? When we go back over here and look at the features, there's a distinction between the manual AI articles per month are 20. So that's 1 credit per article, 5 AI writing articles. So I guess the point what I was trying to make was that the brand voice up here seemed like that was only able to be used in the auto blogging feature, which I didn't show you in this review. And I didn't see a way that we could control our brand voice when using it with the manual writer or the AI writer. So a lot of those just little things like that I notice about tools. And what makes a tool great these days is being able to completely control how the AI is going to write and the brand voice and so forth. And it's lacking in that respect. SEO. Let me go look at some of my notes. I wanted to make sure. So I did cover the brand voice, issue. There's no help. There's no help section or customer support throughout the entire, just to prove to you, we'll come in here and there's a feature request. There's no help section down here. Up here, there is your email, profile settings, billing integrations. I don't see anything in the lower right-hand corner. I don't see a help section at all. And that's an issue. Randomly wrote an article for us and took 1 credit. Super strange. So just be prepared for that when you log in. The homepage was down. Not a good first impression. During the review, they did come back online and the content optimization not seeming to work. I'm not really sure why I put that one in right there. So kind of ignore that one right there. So all in all, this one is kind of hard to grade. Those of you that watched it all the way to the end, and if I was going to weigh this between like Ringalytics definitely would win between SEO Rocket and Ringalytics. My favorite features of SEO Rocket were the keyword research tools. The topic authority, I actually would consider picking up at least tier 1 of this tool for the, not necessarily the keyword research, because I don't think it did great for just a straight keyword research tool. I think Ringalytics might have done even better. And even though they didn't even have filters, they provided more keywords, I believe. But the topical map and the keyword clustering features of SEO Rocket make it feasible and palatable to probably pick up at least license tier 1. If you need a tool like that, this could be a tool in your arsenal that you use to plan your website's content out and get all those topics ready to go, and then maybe use Koala, maybe use Agility, maybe use SEO Writing AI to actually write the content. And so that's kind of my grade. My final rating is I'm going to give this about a 3.7. This is a 3.7 stars. Didn't even make it to the 4.0s. And that's just me being completely honest with you guys. I really want to give this higher. I'd love to give this at least a 4.0, but because of all those little things, lacking things, the taking of the credits, the bugginess, and then the AI writer in general was just not that great. And we didn't have a lot of, when you combine the AI writer not being as good as some of the other competition, and then when you also look at the keyword research feature where it only returned 100 keywords for a giant keyword like marketing,